There's one of those little pedicabs. See, it's got one light. You can wave it down. 7 peso. Taxi. 250 peso. Scooter. See how dark it is? That's why I don't ride my scooter at night. Hello ma'am, how are you?
Sir, what do you want to mix your pancit?
Pancit,
Or chicken or seafood?
Manok.
Manok.
Yeah. No baboy. Because I have baboy in the sigsig. Okay, so just come here. Gonna order some noodles. Gonna order some pancit with some rice. As it's an election day, or voting day, there's no liquor. Yeah, they call it the liquor ban. So you're not allowed any beer. Wow, unbelievable, huh? Anyway, let's go and have a talk here. I'm going to sit down at table 4. I'm going to get bitten by the mosquitoes because there's no fan here. I've got a barbecue grill area over here. I was going to go down to Little Nam, but I walked down there and it ain't open. So I come back up here. So Andy's at home sleeping. She's going to work tonight in about another 45 minutes. So yesterday I did a vlog and I was talking about where to live in the Philippines. The audio on it was terrible, and I don't understand why, because when I downloaded it the audio was, as I said it for the rest of the video. However, I believe I've got a strike on the video on a certain part of it at the beginning because of the music, and I got a block from Hong Kong, Malaysia, Indonesia, Bali, Singapore and some other Asian countries, and they blocked it. And I think when they block it, the audio is shut down. The music is there, but the talking is shut down. So I apologise for that. But anyway, today, travel. Certain modes of transport, shall we talk about, in the Philippines. So this road here is My Road. Doesn't do buses, doesn't do vans, doesn't do jeepneys, does taxis, does pedicabs or motor-rollers. So this road runs from SM Langan at the bottom down here up towards Diversion Road that goes to the airport. So between that you have to flag down a pedicab. Pedicab for doing the journey is 7 pesos. However, it only goes so far. It goes to My Resort. From My Resort to Diversion Road, there is no transport. You have to walk or you get a taxi. And that's at the end of the runway at the airport up to the Kapitian and Diversion Road junction. So on this road here, you can go this way easily and you get a pedicab down to JP L'Oreal, 7 pesos. Or you get a taxi. So if you get a pedicab, which is pretty cool, you just stand on the side of the road, put your hand out like this, the guy will go beep beep and pull over, you get in the back, you do your journey, when you get to the end of your journey, give it 7 pesos, and then you walk on to JP L'Oreal. Now when you go to JP L'Oreal, no beer today guys, do Coke Zero. When you go JP L'Oreal, taxi, van, bus, jeepney, pedicab, you do is you turn right and go under the bridge. There's a small lay-by on the right hand side, and you can stand there and you can flag down a jeepney or a taxi into that lay-by. However, when CTMO are on the junction, they don't allow you to flag down the jeepneys. They want you to walk up past the railway, up past the gas station, up past Jollibee on the right hand side. There is a pedicab stop there, and there is a jeepney stop there for all the jeepneys, and it gets very, very, very busy. There's a guy that's who's got one leg who stands there and helps you find your jeepney where you're going to. So if you're going to flag a jeepney because you've already just done your pedicab down to JP L'Oreal, your jeepney can go all the way down to Gmail, or it can go all the way down to Rojas, or it can go all the way down to San Pedro. Okay. After that, you have to, if you're going the other side of DAVAO, you need to change. It's called two-stop. And what you do is you go to the top of Rojas, and there's a bank there. You go to the bottom end of Rojas, at Magsaysay Street, and there's a bank there, the Union Bank. You stand on that corner, and as the jeepneys are coming out of DAVAO, they either go right down towards the boulevard, or they go straight on up towards Gmail. And what you do then is wait there to find a pedicab, a jeepney that's going to go to SM Langham or Bangkal or Toril, and you pick up one of those. They're normally the bigger, heavy-duty jeepneys that are going south out of the city. So you just flag one down, turn around and tell them where you're going. They'll turn around and tell you, yeah, he's going there. Or you'll turn around and say you need to catch the blue one or the green one that's behind or whatever it is. There's nobody standing at that stop like the stop down here on JP L'Oreal. Flag down the jeepney, flag down the pedicab, they'll explain it to you, they'll explain what's going on and what you need to turn around and do. Now, if you're going further afield and you don't want to get a jeepney, then you could get an L3, I think they call it, which is like a little van, box van that you can catch. They go predominantly they go to Kalinan, or they go further up into the mountains. Yeah, they tend to go this way up into the mountains because they're more robust. If you're going to turn around and go to somewhere like Digos, or you're going to go to somewhere like Tagam, or you go to Mati, or you're going to Kalinan, or you go to Cagayan de Oro, or you're going out towards Jensen, you can catch a van. Now, there are certain van stops that are in DAVAO. One is at Victoria Plaza, and that goes north. Yeah. What you'll find is Victoria Plaza will go north. There used to be one down at Cabriza, but that doesn't exist anymore. It's shut down. So you have to go to Victoria to catch a van, or you can stop the van on the side of the road and flag it down. You'll see them coming along. They're like white Toyota 3-litre vans, and they've got a guy hanging out the window shouting where he's going. You pay 300 or 400 pesos to get where you're going, and it takes 3, 4, 5 hours, and you're off. They're the vans. Coaches, you go to Ecoland Coach bus station, you catch a coach. This is talking about DAVAO, but so each city will have its own bus station, its own van depot, its own jeepney route, its own pedicab route, and they're all licensed to work within those little areas. They're not entitled to travel across the city. They're not allowed to go. So if you go down to Bangkarohan, you see a pedicab. You can't get in a pedicab and turn around and say turning up to JP L'Oreal. He's not licensed to do that. He's licensed to do around Bangkarohan. Some will, but they'll take down their BIR number and they'll turn around and cover up their numbers and just turn around and do it illegally through the back roads. So yeah. So that's very, very easy once you understand it. It took me about a year to understand it, and I had to keep using it, to turn around and get, just flag it down, get on the back, get on, sit in. You're crammed in. If it's raining on a jeepney, you'll get wet if they've got no side covers. But that's life. So if you're travelling and you don't have a scooter, you don't have a car, you don't want to do taxis everywhere, the mode of transport that the locals use is really, really good, and it works. That's the thing, it works, because the majority of people don't want to spend a fortune. Going from SM Langer down to Kneale is going to cost you around 10 peso on a jeepney. In a taxi, it's going to cost you 250 peso. Difference, huh? Difference. But in a taxi, when it's raining, you don't get wet. When it's raining and you're in a jeepney, you get wet. So, but I use jeepneys, I use pedicads, I use that mode of transport, and I find it really good. Really, really good. I don't like vans when I'm going to Mati. The reason I don't like vans is because you're crammed in, and van drivers drive like they're nuts. They drive like they're on a range of substances that shouldn't be able to be sold to human beings. I've been on a van where it's been doing about 80 miles an hour or 120 kilometres an hour, and something comes out in the road and they swerve onto the side track. Wiggle, 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 you're bouncing around like a nutcase, and then you get back onto the road, and then the guy thinks everybody's happy. Yeah? Shit scared was the word I would use. I was absolutely petrified. Yeah, I've never seen somebody think that they were in a rally cross in a 14-seater van. It was absolutely mental. Buses here, as I've done before, you do the enclosed buses, air conditioned, or you do the windows down, non-air conditioned. But what you do is those buses get really, really cramped, and they stop everywhere. As soon as there's somebody on the side of the road putting out their hand, they'll pull over. So it says at Ecoland non-stop to Mati. It will be non-stop until it sees a person 200 metres down the road waving on the bridge, or then another 200 metres along the boulevard. It might do 30 stops before it gets to Mati, and you'll get to Mati when you get to Mati. Yeah, they all turn around and say, oh, you're going to arrive at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been on the bus twice from DAVAO to Mati, and I've always been 3 hours late. Always 3 hours late. The guys just stop because they get paid, they want more. If there's not an inspector on the bus, that money they're being paid by that person on the side of the road goes in their pocket. It's a little earner, a little sway, a little bit for my family, because they don't pay me enough to drive the bus. But if they get caught by the inspector, then they get fined. But anyway, so today's about transport. When you come here, use the pedicabs, use the jeepneys, use the vans, use the buses. Have a go at it. Just get on there, understand it, and see how it works. Some of it is very slow, some of it is laborious, some of it with the windows down is dusty as hell. Some of it is a scary ride. It's a scary ride, but try it because it's cheap. It's cheaper than getting a taxi everywhere. And it's cheaper than hiring a car. If you're on a bus and you're on a long journey, remember that they will stop for their lunch for an hour somewhere. So if they're going from here to say Butuan, they'll stop somewhere like Tagam, or they'll turn around and stop at New Buntatan in New Compostela, or if they're going to Digos or going to Jensen, they'll stop at Digos for an hour. and they'll take a snack there. Everybody else gets off and turns around and walks around, but make sure you get back on before the coach driver, otherwise, because he'll be gone with your luggage. Which nearly happened to Annie once. She was in such a hurry to turn around and see her brother, and she was so excited she left her bags on the bus and the bus rode off. Anyway, like, share, subscribe. From DAVAO, 9th of May, it's the voting day for the next president of the Philippines. Foreigners aren't allowed to vote, and it's alcohol free. Here's my security guard friend. Hey Poogie, who's winning? He looks posh, doesn't he? Stay home. See you later, Kuya. Take care. Very quiet on the 9th